Mr. Transformers 96 here with another video review. This time I'm going to be talking about the full reveal of the Build-A-Figure from the Marvel Legends X-Men wave. So the X-Men wave has been one, if not my most anticipated Marvel Legends wave in quite some time, and we've been slowly getting more information about it, with the reveal of the last figure being Wolverine, and then him and his package that did confirm the Juggernaut Build-A-Figure, and now we have the official images of that Build-A-Figure, so yeah. Alright, so as you can see, we do have Juggernaut here, looking quite nice. So Juggernaut, I think just the character in general is a great choice for the Build-A-Figure. Obviously, he's very big, very well known, and extremely popular from X-Men, and the Build-A-Figure looks really nice. It looks like it's done in the same basic style as the previous kind of Build-A-Figures, in the same size range, like Rhino, I would say. It looks like they did give him a ab crunch instead of like a ball jointed upper torso, similar to what they did with Rhino. His arms look really big and quite long. They actually look a little... They look overly long in like real life, but I think it kind of works for that comic book look. So I'm not quite sure if the arms actually are a little too long, but I think that they do fit in with the character, and it does look quite nice. I do like the sculpting of the veins on his lower arms there and the shoulders. I think that looks quite nice, and I do really like the head a lot. I think that there's some excellent detail in the helmet, and he's got a great expression. The only thing I don't like is that there's so much detail in the helmet that it makes the rest of him, which is pretty smooth and pretty clean, look a little off. You know, it is a little strange seeing such a very smooth, not a whole lot of depth in the rest of the color scheme, except for that helmet, which is incredibly detailed. You can see that on his biceps and on his wrists, the little metal pieces, they did do in the same amount of detail, but those are just so thin that they really do get a little bit lost. So there does look like there's a bit of a difference between the head and the rest of the body. But other than that, looks like an excellent figure. Looks like standard articulation for Marvel Legends. You know, ball hinge head. Most likely it'll just be able to swivel, maybe a little bit up and down because of how the head is sculpted. Ball hinge shoulders, bicep swivel, hinge swivel elbows, and the hinge does look very deep, so I think you'll be able to get a solid 90 degrees, even 100 degrees on that elbow bend. And then I can only see swivels at the wrist, however, I can't imagine there won't be hinges. Ab crunch with a waist swivel, ball jointed thighs with thigh swivel, double hinge knees, and hinge pivoting ankles. That's what it looks like to me, which is overall pretty standard, but pretty good, you know, Marvel Legends articulation. Comparing them here to the rest of the assortment, like I said, I've made previous videos talking about this wave, so I won't dwell on it, but it's an excellent assortment. I think every figure and every character is really perfect, and then to buy them all to build the Build-A-Figure is just a bonus, you know. This is one of the few waves where I feel like the figures are good enough to buy on their own, and the Build-A-Figure is just a little treat for buying them all instead of the reason for buying them all, which is very exciting. And that's kind of how I felt with the previous Spider-Man wave with the Absorbing Man Build-A-Figure. The figures were so good that, you know, Absorbing Man felt like a little extra gift for buying all of them, and it wasn't just the reason to buy them. I find a lot of times I am buying Marvel Legends waves purely to build the Build-A-Figure instead of actually to get all the figures. But this wave, even if there wasn't a Build-A-Figure, I would be purchasing all the figures. And like I've said previously, most likely you only need to buy 6 figures out of the 8 to build Juggernaut. So even if you didn't want to get every single figure, you can have the option to skip a few. So hopefully the figures that don't include Juggernaut Build-A-Figure pieces are the ones that you don't want. But overall, I think that a lot of people are really loving this wave, including myself, and I think this will be one of the most popular Marvel Legends waves to date from Hasbro. I think this is going to be super hard to find, purely because of how popular it is, and I definitely think I'm going to order just a case, maybe just on Big Bad Toy Store. Usually, I try to get a good discount, and if I buy a case, I buy it on some sort of good deal from eBay or with a coupon code on Hasbro.com to get them all for, you know, slightly discounted. But with this wave, I'm not going to worry too much about the price. I'm just going to worry about actually securing one or you know, full set for myself. So yeah, there you go. That's my thoughts on the Juggernaut Build-A-Figure and a little bit on the wave in general. Probably my last video about this maybe when they do in-package looks, so I'll talk about them again. But seeing them in packaging, there's not too much new stuff that we'll find out other than their accessories. But there you go, that's my video on the Marvel Legends Juggernaut Build-A-Figure. Thanks so much for watching.